Hi, I'm Malcolm.
And I'm Rachel. We're two Canadians living on our 39-foot mainship trawler, living an adventure of a lifetime. We invite you to follow along as we travel 6,000 miles through Canadian and U.S. waterways around America's Great Loop. Good morning from Annapolis. We're up and we're just checking the weather and the conditions for heading farther up north. We're going to let go of the mooring ball very shortly, and it looks like today we'll have just light waves and a bit of rain actually on the way. So we're headed towards Chesapeake City, Chesapeake Inn and Marina, and we'll be leaving very shortly. Hope you're having a great day. Good morning.
Good morning.
So we just left Annapolis. That was a fun stop. Stay cool approved.
Stay cool approved. It's a lovely little town. It's got some real heritage to it. The structure of the town is very different than I think any other town we've seen so far. It's based on a circular structure of all the streets.
There's two circular roads actually right next to each other, and a lot of the roads come out from those circles like a spoke. So it's kind of interesting walking up and down those streets, down towards the harbor, up towards the circles with the St. Anne's Parish and also the Maryland State Building. Those were interesting buildings to see.
They were, and the mooring balls were great, easy to pick up. They're central, so it literally took us 2 minutes by dinghy to get in, tie up to a dock. And I think Annapolis was everything it was advertised. It was boater friendly. It was full of tourists, but lots of little shops and restaurants. It's a nice little town.
Good one to explore. And the day we arrived was a Sunday. It was super busy. And there's this area beside the Annapolis City Docks, I think it's called Ego Alley, where everybody knows about it, but we learned about it, where you can dock there, and there's restaurants all up and down one side, so lots of people looking over towards the boats. And Ego Alley is where you're supposed to take your boat all the way down, turn around, and come back out again, I guess just to show off your boat. We didn't do that with Stay Cool, but we did it with our dinghy. So we went down just to say we did.
Well, you just cleaned the dinghy, so it looked pretty shiny.
I guess we had to show off the dinghy.
That's it.
Anyway, it was kind of cool to do that, and neat to see all the different types of shops and cafes and restaurants and things. So, and really good to see all the history. We also walked around the Naval Academy. Very interesting area here.
Yeah.
And as we're going out of the harbor now, we're having a bit of sun, but the cloud is starting to cover, and we can see the big ships off to the starboard side. We're going to turn to port and go under a bridge. And shortly after that, we'll probably have the rain start.
Yeah.
But we're keeping our eyes peeled for crab pots again.
And there is a risk. I think it's a very small risk, but a risk of thunderstorms. So we're going to have to really be aware of
vigilant.
What's coming up.
Yes,
so if there's a bad one, there's always a chance to drop your hook and wait it out. It's very shallow here, so you don't have to worry too much about hundreds of feet of chain.
Yeah.
But that's the worst case. The best case is we'll just keep trucking through, and the best case is there is no thunderstorm.
Yeah, I think the chance of rain is not 100%, so we'll see if we actually get it or not.
We have to go now because we have fish nets.
We have crab pots and fish nets. The Chesapeake Bay is home to some of the nation's most important ports, such as Baltimore, Annapolis, and Hampton Roads. It is also home to hundreds of smaller ports, each offering their own unique culture and attractions. The Chesapeake is the largest estuary in the United States. An estuary is a partially enclosed body of water where fresh water from rivers and streams mixes with salt water from the ocean. Estuaries also provide diverse habitats for wildlife and aquatic life, protect our communities against flooding, reduce pollution to waterways, and support local economies through commercial and recreational activities.
Good morning. This is a report from the bridge. We've been underway for, I'm going to say 3 hours, maybe 4, and we are making great time today. I don't know if we timed it or we just got it lucky, but we've been doing 8.5 to 9 knots pretty much the whole way. The only downside to that is the wind against tide does create some waves, so we've been spraying quite a bit. So a bit of washing when we get into port. We just went by a large car carrier, ocean-going, Opal Ace, a huge ship, and it was in the channel. The channel's not overly wide here, so we ducked out. We went a little bit starboard, went outside the red marker. We had lots of water. Just let him go by, and then we came back in, and luckily he's empty, so his wake wasn't very big. It was just big rolling, slow waves coming off. But he was doing 14 knots and we were doing 9. So, I mean, we were closing pretty quickly on each other as we were coming down the northern Chesapeake. Anyway, today we're going to be at the Chesapeake City Marina. We're going to stay there tonight, and there's a little rain moving in. It is threatening, but we'll see. And then hopefully we're off towards Cape May over the next couple of days. So we'll see how that works out. Got to look for the right weather and got to look for the right tides. But today, good day, not overly sunny, but we're making good progress. And that is a report from the bridge.
are just coming up on the C&D Canal, which is the Chesapeake Delaware Canal. It joins the Chesapeake Bay with the Delaware River or Delaware Bay. It is a commercial shipping channel. It's a deep channel that will have ships coming through, and it's about 14 miles long. Today we're going to stop just inside the canal at a marina called Chesapeake Inn Marina, so we're not going all the way through today. And it just started to rain a little while ago, so I got all my rain gear on so that when we dock I don't get soaked and I don't slip on the decks. So we're ready for that, and Malcolm is just taking us into the canal now, and we'll be at our marina in about half an hour or less. So we just arrived at our final destination today at Chesapeake City. It's actually the Chesapeake Inn Marina. And so we're at the marina, and there is actually a free wall just back there. And we would have gone there, except that it seemed to be pretty full, and we just thought we should probably secure a slip just in case there was nothing. Although I think you can anchor in this bay too, and it looks all right. So we're here for the one night. If we have to stay longer, we'll maybe move to that free wall. But we'll see what it's like today, and it's a little drizzly right now, so I'm going to go inside and dry off. But first I might actually just wash down the boat. We had some rain to wash off, but we do have quite a bit of salt, so we'd like to just add a little soapy water so the rain can wash it off properly. Back in the 17th century, famous surveyor and mapmaker Augustine Herman recognized the possibility of connecting the Chesapeake Bay with the Delaware River. Today, Chesapeake City is the only town in Maryland that is situated on a working commercial canal and has a unique inland view of ocean-going vessels. At the city dock, pleasure boaters find a tranquil harbor off the busy Intra-coastal waterway, of which the canal is a major element. This charming town has only 736 residents, but it appears well kept and welcoming to visitors. Most of its interesting 19th century architecture remains intact, and the area that encompasses it on the south bank has been placed on the National Register of Historic Places.
What you doing? What you doing?